Let's discuss about listening. Remember it as SSC. SPC. S stands for sub-skills. Second, S stands for suprasegmental. C for conducive factors. Third, S for strategies. P for process. And C for comprehension.
You're braver than you believe, and smarter than you think. Kick your doubts away and let's win. Repeat, you're braver than you believe, and smarter than you think. Kick your doubts away, and let's win. Listening is more than just hearing sounds. It involves actively paying attention to understand and interpret what someone is saying. It's a process of receiving, understanding, interpreting, and responding to verbal and non-verbal messages. The listening process. Imagine a journey of decoding spoken information. First, sound waves enter your ears and are converted into electrical signals. These signals travel to the brain, where various regions analyze them for meaning. 1. Casual listening. This is when we listen passively, without much focused. Example, enjoying music. Conversations with friends, or general background noise, requires minimal effort and attention. 2. Focused listening. Here, we pay deliberate attention to understand specific information. Example, paying close attention during lectures, meetings, or presentations demands active engagement and note-taking. 3. Top-down listening. This is like looking at the big picture first and then filling in the details. It involves using your existing knowledge or context to understand what you're hearing. Example, imagine you're listening to a story. You might not catch every single word, but because you know the main characters and the setting, you can understand the general plot. For bottom-up listening, this is the opposite. It's like putting together small details to understand the bigger picture. You start with the smaller pieces of information and combine them to understand the whole message. Example, think of a jigsaw puzzle. You start by placing individual pieces together to form a complete picture. Similarly, in listening, you might listen to individual words and phrases, then combine them to understand the main idea. In summary, top-down listening starts with the big picture or context, then fills in details. Bottom-up listening starts with small details and builds up to understand the bigger picture. Both methods work together. When you listen, you use what you already know, top-down, and the information you hear, bottom-up, to understand what's being said. Factors affecting listening. Factors that help you listen better are things that make it easier for you to understand and pay attention to information. Here are some things that can make listening easier. To answer this, imagine you are attending a seminar. Now think about reasons why you will listen carefully to the lecture. It could be that you like the subject, you already know about the subject, you like the speaker, the auditorium is peaceful, and you actually ask questions and get answers from the faculty. So you listen carefully. Then there are few faculty whom you do not like. Hence you do not listen to them. Think about reasons why. Repeating the factors that will help listening. 1. Interest and motivation. When you really care about what you're hearing, it's easier to focus and remember the information. 2. Knowing some things already. If you already know a bit about what's being talked about, it's easier to understand more about it. 3. Environment. Being in a quiet place without distractions helps you concentrate and understand better. 4. How the speaker talks. When the speaker speaks clearly and not too fast or too quietly, it's easier to follow along. 5. Watching the speaker. Paying attention to how the speaker moves and acts while talking can give you more clues about what they're saying. 6. Concentrating and paying attention. Focusing on what the speaker is saying and not letting other things distract you helps you listen better. 7. Being open and understanding. Trying to see things from the speaker's point of view helps you connect better with what they're saying. 8. Feeling good, feeling relaxed and positive, helps you understand better compared to feeling worried or unfocused. 9. Asking questions or giving feedback. If you're not sure about something, asking questions can help clear things up. 10. Understanding different cultures. Being aware of how people from different backgrounds talk and act helps you understand them better. 11. Practice makes perfect. The more you practice listening, the better you'll become at understanding and paying attention over time. Comprehension. The goal of listening involves various stages. Remember this as before, during, after. 1. Before listening, paracomprehension, making a guess about what someone will say before they even say it, based on hints like the topic and their tone. 2. Before listening, pre-comprehension, warming up your brain for listening by thinking about what you already know about the topic. 3. While listening, actual comprehension, putting the pieces together as you listen, like building a puzzle with sound. 4. After listening, post-comprehension, going over what you heard like a movie review, thinking about what was important and what you got out of it. Sub-skills? Recognize sounds, mood, word stress, main idea, facial expression and attitude of speaker helps in listening. Suprasegmental. Communication is not just about words. Pay attention to suprasegmental features like 1. Intonation, pitch variations that convey emotions and emphasis. 2. Stress, emphasis placed on certain words to highlight their importance. 3. Rhythm and pauses, pacing and breaks in speech that signal meaning and provide time for processing. Strategies to improve listening skills. 1. Practice active listening, engage with the speaker, ask questions, and clarify doubts. 2. Engage with varied material, listen to different accents, speeds, and topics to adapt to various contexts. 3. Reflect and review, regularly check your understanding and seek feedback to improve. Enhancing listening skills takes time and effort. By being actively engaged and using these strategies, you can become a more effective listener, which will benefit you in your academic pursuits and beyond. Remember, listening is a skill that can be honed and improved upon with practice and dedication.